Hello guys, welcome to my very first video on my channel. This is the Capital Fox, and today we are going to analyze the cover page of the Economist 2026 and the hidden signs. Let's get started.
First big hint or big symbol for me is this 250. What does that mean? It's a cake with 250 as candles. So the United States of America will turn 250 this year on 17th of July. And the symbolic is very interesting because that are red candles and they are already fired. So candles have a limited lifetime, means as they are burning, they will burn down, melt down, and this symbol is very likely that it refers to the meltdown of the US economy. So or the US influence on the world. So we have this 250 and we have also this tiny red dots. So if this cake is the USA, then all over USA we have some small problems occurring in this year with that with the birthday of the US. um, Maybe there is then a nice birthday present, yeah, some trade war, extension of the trade war. When we see here, for example, the next hint is the some swords crossing, and yeah, it's a war, I would say, about who is taking the lead in the future. We have two presidents, yeah, on the left side Xi Jinping and on the right side Donald Trump. So, to my understanding, this left sword, or in my opinion, is referring to China. So this is China's sword, and you can see that China has basically the power to cut this cable, which is the controller, which is the control of the USA. And you see also that the tie, the red tie of Donald Trump is somehow um, blown away. So the force or the power that a red tie is standing for, yeah, this power is going to China. And you can see the face of Xi Jinping. It's really relaxed. He has also a red tie and he is calm. So that means for me, yeah, this rope can be cutted. The controller is then no more the controller of the brain of the world, yeah, and of the economy of the world, whatever, how you see it. But anyway, the message is clear for me. Here we will see that China can if they want. This will, in my opinion, be a reaction if the US is not willing to, for example, cut the tariffs, or if they are doing, for example, a tariff increase, yeah, then China has this power to cut the rope, and yeah, then we will maybe see a stock market crash, yeah, because the hint here, for me, it's plays all together. So we have the 250th birthday of the US on the 17th of July. We have a new Fed boss from May, and the new Fed chairman will most probably follow rate cuts like Donald Trump wants to have. But let's see if these rate cuts are coming in time. And also, my first interpretation, if you see this as a whole picture, is that we have the 250th birthday. We have then most likely some rate cuts, and with that, I think the market will price in already that we have a new chairman. The market will go up until May to July, and once there is the 215th birthday, something will happen. Yeah, some trade war, some shoot back of China, for example, and with that, maybe we will see a downward movement of the stock market. You can see here also that a lot of money is again flying. Yeah, so money printer is on maybe, but maybe it will not help, or it will help just for a short time, and after it we will see a even worse decline after a sideways movement. The next point is also here clearly mentioned or clearly visible, that the US dollar devaluation and the breaks in law and justice system is more and more visible. Yeah, all over the world we can see that crime is popping up a lot. Some, yeah, I don't want to say too much political, but in the end, we see in Europe, for example, some increased rape rates. Yeah, and I don't know if this is really good enough handled from law point of view, from justice point of view. Yeah, but anyway, we can see that all over the world. I would say also in the US, I think, and also what is some interesting hint as well, or symbols, that all over this cover we see some red robots. Yeah, some humanoids, some robodogs here and here. Yeah, here as well. So we can see maybe further development in robotics and AI, what I think. Yeah, but those I think will be not good for the human being. So here you can see a robot who is carrying a big carton, big heavy carton maybe. So could mean that those robots are taking over from human beings, some jobs and so on, some production efficiency and blah blah blah. And also here we can see a man who is maybe voting for something with a negative thing. But it's interesting. It's interesting because you see here a robot, you see here a robot, here a robot. So he has everywhere some robots. Yeah, and he's in the middle. He's circled by robots. Yeah, and he's voting for something, or it's a cancellation of his contract or something like that. I don't know, but it's very interesting, and I think I will go more into detail what this could mean, but I need to think about. Yeah, I can imagine it's a maybe cancellation of contracts or something like that. But okay, and this robot looks in this direction. So red wine, dollar, devaluation, justice. And I have seen also a trailer for a film where a robot is basically saying within 90 minutes if you need to be punished or not. Yeah, if you made something, if you break the laws or not, and you have 90 minutes time to prevent from imprisoned, um, and it's very interesting. It was a really interesting trailer. I forgot the trailer name, but I will comment it later on. Yeah, I will look for it. I will comment it later on. That's a very interesting thing, I would say. Then, when you see this topic about justice, as I said, so we have here justice is somehow breaking down. We have here a fist with the US flag behind, yeah, and we have these dots, as I said, which can stand for demonstrations or for problems, issues all over the country. And you know, this fist I associate always with the fist of Donald Trump. You remember this fight, fight, fight after the attempt and the murder attempt, I mean. And I can imagine that those who are standing up for the US will be handcuffed or prisoned, yeah, sentenced. And the development in this direction is, yeah, I would say at least I read something for Europe, yeah. I'm not sure if this started already also in America, so you can comment. Feel free to comment if this is really the case already. It would be very interesting to know for me. Then another topic beside this birthday present, what we can imagine that this will come somewhere July, mid of next year, or a bit before. We have also this old sailing ship. And this old sailing ship, in my opinion, stands for the old world order. Means these traditional trading ways and supply chains over the globe are more likely to break. I mean, it will be not anymore a standard way, I would say, that the supply chain is continuing like that the trading is continuing like that. It can refer also to this, that you know, this supply chain or the trading order today, yeah, is basically based on the US dollar. So the US dollar will devalue it. That means everything what you can buy with the red US dollar here is no more of value, for example, or I don't know, or the trades between countries are no more with the US dollar made. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Next points are this red wines. So for me, this is pointing out tensions. Yeah, the red wine is still inside the glass, so the elite still can drink the wine, but they are recognizing that there are some tensions. And to further play the same style of the game and to further de escalate, they need to do something. And this time, maybe the money printer alone will not help. And if the money printer alone not helps, then maybe drugs help. Yeah, increasing of addiction help. I don't know. Normally, when I refer to Europe, I know that from some relatives from Netherlands that wheat was legal in the Netherlands over decades already, and now it's also legal in Germany. What was not even imaginable 10 years ago, yeah. And now, besides alcohol, who is already makes you addicted like hell and is allowed everywhere, we have also wheat. And you know, alcohol makes more aggressive, but wheat chills you down. And I think then you do not feel that much. I never used it, to be honest, but based on some friends and so on, I heard that wheat is really making you sleepy. Then you have not your own mind anymore. Yeah. So I think maybe, yeah, it's my opinion based on this cover that we will face a new global drug addiction increase or pandemic even, or what is also possible when we refer to again some vaccination and so on, that we have a, yeah, I don't know, global healthcare problem, system collapse. I don't know, but there are possibilities. We see in some well developed countries that the healthcare system is more and more at the limits. Yeah. And at the limits or too expensive, to be honest. Yeah. Then, sorry. Then also we have satellites and drones and rockets all over in red color. I mean, that's always negative tensions, political tensions, and we need to check and see where we are in a few months. Yeah. Also, what is important, maybe. Yeah. When we say this is the main focus here, the US, and on the left side, we have, when you see it as a globe, yeah, on the left side of this, when we say this is the US, yeah, let's do it like that. When this is the US, then we have here in this direction China and Russia. And also in this direction, we have then Europe. So this tank, for example, can stand for the tensions between China and Taiwan. And this tank can be stand for the tensions in Europe. Furthermore, you can see here red water splashing to Zelensky, what brings me to the point that I say, or I think that Zelensky will be not more a critical actor in 2026 for the Ukraine war. Also, what is another topic here is the prime of India, who is in the back of USA President Donald Trump, and it seems he somehow moves robotic. So I don't know how to read it correctly, but yeah, maybe India is then more on the side of the USA for the trade war, and China and Russia is more together. So we need to have always this balance between East and West, between countries, and I don't know, maybe even if I think that the BRICS countries are important in the future. Somehow India is now behind the US, and the US, as I said, um, with this tie, yeah, losing some force and power towards China, in my opinion, which is also something what is happening now. Just for your information, for example, China now stopped a lot of investments in the yeah electrical electric mobility, yeah, and now starting to have this same intensive investments in AI and robotics. So in the next video, I will show you a bit more what to do, how to allocate the investment portfolio, for example, to survive 2026 in a good way. And yeah, before I forgot, here is also something like global warming, which is only now a side topic, I would say. So the main topic is in the middle of the cover, and everything what is in the, let's say, corner, or which is not centralized, is not a high prio topic at the moment. But anyway, this is just a side note. As I said, in the next video, I will go more into detail how to protect yourself, how to invest in which stocks you should go, maybe, or whatever other investment. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm very interested in your comments, what you think. Yeah, so feel free to comment, feel free to give a thumb up and to subscribe if you liked that video. And see you next time. Thank you, guys.